There are no stars in the sky tonight because they are all here on the red carpet for the first annual Recallies. And now, your hosts, Tom Scioli and Matt Zeoli.
Hi, and welcome to the first annual Recallies, the Total Recall Awards show.
Wow, this is the first annual of a first of many.
First of many, yes.
We're here in the Total Recall studios.
We're here live at the Total Recall Auditorium in beautiful downtown Burbank, California.
There's the step and repeat right there. Oh, I see. Oh my God, everyone's out here tonight. You look great, Tom.
Yeah, you look great too, Matt. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing.
Or who are you wearing?
I'm wearing a. This is a Selleck.
A Selleck, okay.
A Selleck, Tom Selleck. I thought I was getting Tom Ford, but I got Tom Selleck. The thing was, this tux also came with a mustache, but I've got one.
You got
already,
that covered, yeah.
It's I don't think I'll get the extra stash charge.
This one came with a mullet, so I already had it covered.
Is that a cage you're wearing?
Yeah, it's a Nick Cage.
Oh, nice, looks great, pressed and everything. You always want to have an excuse, to get dressed up.
Yeah,
and
to bust it out.
It's really it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, we've been teasing this for as long as we've been doing the show. We've been teasing the award show and kind of putting things off. Where it's like, okay, well, we'll talk about that for the Recallies. We'll put that, and here it is.
Here it is.
Yeah.
It's the Recallies.
Yeah, we got song and dance numbers. We're gonna have an in memoriam. We're gonna have.
Yeah, we hired that the soy bomb guy from the Grammys. Or was that the Oscars? I can't.
And there he is with Bob Dylan.
Yeah, he's gonna come out and do a number. There was also the interpretive dance number that you mentioned. Someone's wearing a blue complete unitard with a mask, and to do a dance number for each of the.
And we're gonna do that thing where we insert ourselves into all the different classic movies.
We're in it. We're driving the car, and then we get hit with the tire that was in the trailer for Twister that wasn't in the movie.
We're gonna do a super selfie where we're just gonna get every famous person there is, and do a selfie, and whoever's the most famous person, give them the camera to take the picture, and then that's the joke. But then before we can do that, Bradley Cooper is going to insist on taking the picture and completely ruin the jokes. Then it's just going to be a selfie with no payoff, no context. Just here, no context. Just here's a selfie for a selfie's sake.
We're also going to have a pizza delivered to multiple pizzas.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
He's going to be here, but he won't stop talking about Hamilton. All right, you're bending my ear off, Lin-Man. You won't shut up about Hamilton. We can't get the guy to stop he's got the gift of gab. He kept going on and on.
He's trying to win us.
Win us over.
Sell us on it.
We had him in the studio for a while. It was kind of him to stop by.
Yeah, he's got a great energy.
Great energy.
I liked him in Mary Poppins too.
Oh yeah, we love Lin-Manuel.
And I'm looking forward to his new movie.
In the Heights, that might have been his first. That could have been one of his first pre-Hamilton.
A script or something.
Yeah. Jimmy Smits.
Oh, Jimmy Smits.
We love
okay,
Jimmy
yeah.
Smits. Bale Organa.
Bale Organa. Yeah. The king of Alderaan, Jimmy Smits, and he ages really well because he plays Bale Organa in the prequels, and then he's in isn't he in Rogue One or something?
Yeah,
he's in one of those or Solo or something.
He died on NYPD Blue. Bobby Simone. I remember when he had a heart operation.
Okay.
And he was bleeding through his bandages. And he was the bad guy in Running Scared with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines.
Okay, yeah, I remember him from L.A. Law, of course.
Oh, L.A. Law.
Yeah.
That's I'm glad that's back for the Recall.
Well, yeah, L.A. Law is going to be...
What is that award? What is it up for?
Yeah, it's up for Best 80s Show, ostensibly for adults, but super trashy.
Yes!
and lowest common denominator.
That's one of my favorite awards.
Yeah.
That category right there. And also, that's also nominated for a few other categories, one including best helmet hair.
yeah. Several entrants for best helmet hair. Yeah, I mean Harry Hamlin, big time helmet hair. He's also up for the Helmet Hair Hall of Fame.
Helmet Hair Hall of Fame. Oh my God.
Along with Michael Landon.
Yes.
Bill Bixby from the Hulk. Punch and John from Chips.
Punch and John. Oh my
like
God.
literal helmet hair, because they actually had helmets that helped like form that helmet.
That
hair.
was wild when they had like the helmet hair, but they sprayed like white up here and black. Like, they just
right. It was like it was like those painted on bathing suits. But it was like, you paint a motorcycle helmet on your hair.
Best picture, best cinematography. That category doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah,
what a loaded category. I'm rooting for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just to be nominated. Isn't
it might be one of those like ties like they had at the Golden Globes.
Oh my gosh.
Where it was like who was it? They were all tied except for one guy. I forget who it was. Oh, I remember what it was, because it was in the Robin Williams documentary, and it was Robin Williams was up. It was like him and Jack Nicholson and Robert De Niro, like a bunch of people, and so it was a three-way tie out of 4 people, and Robin Williams was like the only one who didn't win. And then like they all get up, and then Jack Nicholson says like, "Hey, Robin, get up here," and then like Robin Williams comes up and gives the thank you speech on behalf of like all 4 of them, and it's like hilarious, and he's like. He's like, okay, well, this award is actually the "Fuck You, Robin Williams" award, because there was only, you can't have 3 winners, so really all you have is 1 loser, and it's me. This is the only award show where we like watch another award show while we're doing our award show, because right now we got the Oscars on, and there's Harrison Ford. Yeah. Reading a hostage note off of a cocktail napkin.
That was reminds that
we have the sound off as we're watching this, so like we're goofing on Harrison Ford. Hopefully he's not like reading something like so heartbreaking and said that we look like total assholes goofing. We're just goofing on the villain. We're just goofing on the visual.
Yeah, he looks. Yeah, you're right. He was reading like there. I think on that note there was like newspaper like letters clipped out. It was like spelling something out we couldn't see.
Chewie, we're home.
I think Adam Driver runs out and like stabs him with a lightsaber. He still looks good.
I mean he's he's gonna be Indiana Jones, and I'm in line for it. I'm Indiana
Jonesing
for this movie.
Yeah, looks like he's taking his Centrum Silver. And yeah, we love Harrison Ford. We hope he makes it 6 more Indiana Jones movies. He was reading the letter. He was apologizing for crashing on all the cars on that he landed his airplane. We're coming in for a. He's like,
Chewie, we're coming in for landing.
Oh boy, this thing's coming down whether we want to or not. Like, sir, this is the 18th green or whatever.
Get off my plane.
Wait, I'm the only one on. He's like,
it's a 1-seater. In this purple envelope, and this best film editing
goes to.
Yeah, I think the only one I saw out of those was The Trial of the Chicago 7, which was really good. Like I haven't finished. I have a bunch of movies that I've like watched like 3/4 of, and that was one of them. Really good. Just haven't.
Speaking of Harrison Ford up there and single, like. There was our category coming up.
I couldn't tell if he had his earring.
I thought I saw something was flashing. Okay. But for the category for best single dangling earring, it was I think Mr. T.
Yeah, Nick from Family Ties.
Wait, who's say best single dangling earring?
Yeah, Deion Sanders.
Neon Dion is in the category.
Prime time.
Prime time. It was best blooper. I think that category was the guy wearing the '80s shorts from Clash.
Right, yeah, when his toga blew up when the Kraken was being released, and he was wearing like some like Richard Simmons shorts underneath.
You had pointed out too he was standing on a subway grate.
That's how they got that effect. Yeah, the Kraken wind.
So like best musical numbers were I think the body of work from John Williams, but also it was the album where we were talking from our Superman episode. The album cover, I can't.
Of Sean Cassidy pushing on it was called like Under Wraps.
Under Wraps.
And he's like pushing on like cellophane, like he's trapped in the record and he's pushing on the saran wrap that's around it to get out.
Sean Cassidy's going up against John Williams, I think, in best musical moment from the Total Recall show. The theme song was going up against them.
The Total Recall theme song. Yeah, that's a runaway train. That the Total Recall theme song. The Sega.
The Sega sound effect.
Yeah, the little sound bite at the beginning.
But also, it's weird. You know how like it always gets awkward when there's two people nominated from the same movie. It's the Sega. Then there's the Sega.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
And also weird too that the John Machida, the Micro Machines guy, somehow weaseled his way into that category.
Yeah, for spoken word.
He got in for.
He's in multiple categories for best vocal gimmick, and then
Michael Winslow
from the Police Academy series. Yeah.
Citizens on patrol. Smashers, crashers, even head bashers. Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol, or 5, Assignment Miami Beach.
Part 6, Raid over Moscow, was it?
I think that was, Part 6 was City Under Siege.
City Under Siege.
7 is Mission Moscow.
Okay.
Matt McCoy, Gutenberg, Steve Gutenberg versus Matt McCoy.
Does Steve Gutenberg at any point like leave the series? Like, is there an installment without him?
Yeah, I think the last Gutenberg flick was Part 4, Citizens on Patrol, and then Matt McCoy, Commandant Lassard's, I think, nephew Nick Lassard, took over as the Mahoney role
as the face.
The face in Part 6 or no 5 in Assignment Miami Beach, and then he carried on through the rest of the series.
Because I've only seen Gutenberg Police Academies, but I assumed he must have dropped it. He must even Steve Gutenberg has his limit. He's like, enough. He's like, how many yachts does one person need? I got the Cocoon residuals.
Oh my gosh!
Which again, for the In Memoriam, we're gonna have Wilford Brimley.
Brimley,
touching tribute to Wilford Brimley. And I'm sure everybody else learned this at the same time, but I only learned recently that he was actually much younger than the roles he played. Like when he was in Cocoon, he was like 49 or something. He was maybe like 50, and then everybody else was in their 70s. But then he was
amazing.
Like 50, and after that, he got typecast. Like he wore sort of like prosthetics and things to make himself look older in that role. And then after that, he got typecast old. So like he could only play old roles where he'd do the same. And then eventually he didn't need prosthetics anymore.
That's amazing. I think Ray Bradbury Theater, and the actor who played Brooks from the Shawshank Redemption was in it, and it might have been from the 70s or 80s, and I was like, I think he's been 80 years old since 1974.
Well, that's like that's like Jessica Tandy, like also from Cocoon. She was playing old roles like forever, and then because of like HD TV and stuff, it's like so much harder to get away with that stuff. Angela Lansbury played Frank Sinatra's mom in The Manchurian Candidate.
Jessica Tansbury.
yeah. Angela Lansbury, also somebody who would always play much older and would play the mother to actors and actresses who were like her own age.
Yeah.
And then eventually age into that.
Jessica Fletcher.
Yeah, Jessica. Yeah. Angela Lansbury, Jessica Tandy, Jessica Fletcher.
That's the Jessica trifecta.
Yeah.
That's
how they like morph into each other.
I used to call that when Murder, She Wrote was on. Murder, She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote.
I just called her.
She's in a boat. She's in a boat in a lot of episodes. Like she's in New England. It centers in New England. So yeah, she was in a boat a lot. So it sounded like Yoda came up with that title.
Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah. Murder, She Wrote. She wrote murder.
Luke cannot train. Murder, She Wrote's on. My stories are on. Master Yoda, why can't we train? Jessica Fletcher solving a murder in a small town. Speaking engagement and a cozy mystery I watch.
Murder, She Wrote is like ripe for like a Lovecraftian kind of, because of the New England setting.
Yes.
Like if she had to solve some kind of like H.P. Lovecraft style horror situation.
She's a graduate of
Miskatonic University. Yeah, we're kind of like reinventing everything. Like we're reinventing television, reinventing talk shows. Now, they can look like anything. Like once they took them out of their traditional studios, their traditional settings, they can look like anything. So I mean, that's a pretty beautiful setting.
Yeah. I'm not sure who won any awards.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I saw so like Tyler Perry either won an award or was giving someone an award, and Harrison Ford too.
Too. Yeah. I think.
Are they giving out awards this year? Maybe it's like. Like we don't, like this year we're not going to give out awards.
Yeah, everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner, yeah.
I think Harrison Ford was apologizing for landing his plane in the parking lot of wherever at the Man's Chinese Theater.
Yeah, the Shrine Auditorium. I'm picturing something like the beginning of the Pink Panther with Steve Martin, where he's like parking his little car, but except with a single seater airplane.
If you own the Mercedes, the BMW, the limo, the Mack truck, the party bus, and he keeps going on and on. He's like. My insurance company is
Mank, another movie that I watched like a portion of and enjoyed, just never.
David Fincher.
Never made it all the way through. I did watch All of Soul and loved it.
Excited to watch. Here we go. We're seeing something's happening.
Okay, I think John Baptiste is like the co-creator of that. Lin-Manuel Miranda movie. I correct me if I'm wrong. But
I know him from the band from Stephen Colbert's.
Yeah, but I think he's involved in that. But he was also like involved in Soul.
Looks like he's walking to the stage with Trent Reznor.
Okay.
And Atticus Ross.
Okay, well, because they were part of Soul also.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
They're the trio.
That is something you can only find on the Total Recall show, where the host finds out facts live on air.
Some of these Disney movies, I do kind of wonder, like, because Soul, I like so related to it because it's about like creativity and obsession with your art, and finding like a balance between your art and your life and all this, and like I so related to it. But then I'm like, do kids or like what kids like is there any pretense anymore that these movies are for kids? Because I don't know. Maybe kids just get something out of like cute little characters bouncing around. There's like a cat that licks its own butt or something. And, like the kids are laughing at that, and then
it's like in Shrek. They're like Lord Fuckwad or whatever his name is.
Yeah, like dating game references and stuff in Shrek. Which, like, even back then, that was like a reference that was already like 30 years out of date.
My favorite part of Shrek was when anybody did a Matrix spoof where they bend backwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was in Shrek 2, wasn't it?
Shrek 2, oh my god. Or a record scratch.
Like the record scratch became so ubiquitous at a time when like records were completely absent from every other part of culture. And then, like records have since like made a comeback, but there was this period where there were, and so, but then records, like as actual record scratching became less relevant, the record scratch became
there was more. Yeah, you're right. That was the farthest disconnect between the actual records and all that scratching that was going on. Like, why?
Yeah, and there's the record scratch, and then there's like the cat sound effect that like when something happens and you hear like an off-camera cat go.
Bullet Time. The first time I ever saw Bullet Time, I think, was in the Van Halen, Gary Sharon fronted Van Halen video from, it was like the single from Van Halen 3. And like when I saw that in The Matrix, I was like, Van Halen 3? Gary Sharon!
Okay, these two guys in Stockholm, Sweden, this is a bit, obviously. Like those are fake beards. And that's obviously a fake backdrop, of course, but fake beards. There's a
not
there's
really
shtick.
there's something going
Shtick
on
is
there.
happening.
We're here at the Total Recall Auditorium.
Yeah, Total Recall Auditorium, watching a live feed of the Oscars.
Trying to piece it together.
Yes, silently, because we don't want the Oscar sound over Sacha Baron Cohen as Abby Hoffman in the Trial of the Chicago 7, and like seeing him in that, it was reminding me that like he campaigned really hard to be Freddie Mercury.
Oh my God, I
in
forgot.
The Freddie Mercury movie.
Yeah. That.
And I mean, Rami Malek, defined the role, perfect. But like that, Sacha Baron Cohen was sort of pitching a very different Freddie Mercury movie, which would have been like just like a lot of sex, and just like very lurid,
a different route than they went.
Yeah, but and the band, Queen was heavily involved in that movie, and they didn't want that. They wanted like a more sort of like fun, celebratory thing, and less of like a
behind the music.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But Sacha Baron Cohen would have been
an amazing Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
I mean, it figures though that like it's like, okay, who do I know who would make a great Freddie Mercury? Oh, obviously, you see him with the mustache and Borat and stuff. It's like, okay, there's Freddie Mercury. But it's like when it comes time to make a movie, it's most likely going to be like an unknown or an almost like Rami Malek wasn't an unknown, but he certainly wasn't like on everybody's radar the way that Sacha Baron Cohen was. So Oscars wins Best Oscars.
Yeah, Best Oscar Telecast
2021
goes to
the Oscars.
Best Recallies show goes to
the Recallies.
Champagne. Cheers.
Cheers. This is celebrating our
500 subscribers. Hey, it's Questlove.
No, the second most famous
Philadelphian. It was appearing on the show on any telecast telecast tonight. I mean, the Oscars. They got some stars at the Oscars, but I think there's plenty.
With social distancing and stuff, there's enough room to fill the Total Recall Auditorium and the Oscars wherever they're doing.
It was great to see. We saw earlier Larry Drake, Dr. Giggles. We got to do a one-on-one talk to him a little bit. Mr. T, we saw him.
Yeah, Larry Drake. It's always good to see Larry Drake, and I mean it's like, who does he sit with? Does he sit with the cast of L.A. Law? Does he sit with the cast of Darkman? Or does he sit with the cast of Dr. Giggles? Yeah.
It was great. We saw the guys that did that Dune trailer were
up for best trailer.
Best trailer.
Yeah.
It was It was the Dune trailer.
the Ghostbusters mini Stay Puft Marshmallow Man trailer. Yeah. The Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because that trailer had to like keep us. Hold us over while we were waiting for the actual movie. Yeah.
The Batman trailer.
The Batman trailer, yeah. Almost forgot that movie was on the way.
And I think didn't all of them win? It was in a 4-way tie.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of ties. Yeah. I think that's what happens when you only have 2 voters. You get a lot of ties.
Best mention of Masters of the Universe action figures. I think Web Store was mentioned in the.
Yeah.
And Stinkor. It was Stinkor, Web Store, Moss Man.
Yeah.
And
not Moss Manor.
Not Moss Manor. Manor Man?
Yeah, Manor Man.
Horse Apple Man.
That would have been really Manor Man is kind of like halfway between Stinkor and Moss Man is Manor Man. Crossover with the part in Back to the Future where Biff gets Manor and his gang get Manor. Of course, Biff is in the category of best villain.
Best villain, Biff. It was funny because we got those Masters of the Universe, best mention of Masters of the Universe figure category. But there was an adjacent, it was best Manor Man, and it was weird. This is getting really confusing, like a yarn, like...
Right, there's a lot of Venn diagrams.
Venn diagramming. But Biff is also up against Manure Man. Biff's the Manure Man up against a
Yeah,
lot
right.
of Manure Men.
Yeah, Manure. Yeah, you got the you got the Nor.
I like this auditorium that they're in.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, like, because they showed a shot of, like, a bunch of people outside, which I'm guessing is, like, the overflow, but then I'm wondering if this is outside, too, like, if the camera were to go up, would you see sky?
Sky.
Like they're in some kind of, like, oubliette, or oubliette, however you pronounce it.
The rain starts, like, washing their, like, drinks off their table.
Yeah.
Everybody runs. It's like the Guns N' Roses, like, November Rain music video. Glenn Close again. She might be the most high wattage star in the area. They may be kind of like keep going back to Glenn.
Yeah. They have Glenn Close over there. We have Jamie Farr.
Jamie
here.
Farr.
You got Close and you got Farr. So, you know,
Yeah.
who's laughing now? You know?
That was so great because we mentioned star wattage.
Yes.
And I'm glad we're on the same page. When I think of star wattage, just like movie, like I think of I think of Jamie Farr.
Yeah, a fashion icon.
Fashion icon.
Jamie Farr.
Jamie Farr. Best fight was Chewie versus Wampa.
Yeah, Chewie versus Wampa from the Empire Strikes Back Draft 1 by
Lee Brackett.
Yeah, by Lee Brackett. I was going to say Lee Majors, but he's in a different category.
If you'll excuse me, folks, I'm going to read the. I have to leave the Total Recall. I have to leave the Recallies to read the Lee Majors, the draft of The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, he's in Best Cyborg category.
Best
Lee
Cyborg
Majors.
category. Yeah, because like I was reading that script and there was like a brown truck with huge tires. He's like they kept calling Luke the unknown stuntman.
Yeah, and the red jumpsuit that
A girl named Bo. I'm the unknown stuntman. I love like that was.
I feel like the Fall Guy, they used like the Fall Guy's apartment. They used the set from Laverne and Shirley when they moved to like out west and started like a cowboy bar. I feel like a country western bar. I feel like that like they reused that set for the Fall
amazing.
Guy.
And I was obsessed with that show because I was like, turn on. It was like pre like Fast and the Furious. I've been like, oh, there's a bridge out. It's like he can like make his truck like power up and like shoot it like that. I just got so pumped up with that.
It was like a degree away from like Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Or something. I liked in the opening credits for the Fall Guy, and he's talking about the unknown stuntman, this and that, and he's supposed to be a stuntman, but then you see like Lee Majors stuntman, like very obviously with like this like weird like wig on. You see this back view of a guy with this like red wig on. Colt Sievers has a stuntman apparently. It looked like Rocky Dennis was doing the stunts for Lee Majors in the Fall Guy.
Because also like on the Recallies two best mask is Jim Carrey in The Mask and Eric
Up
Stoltz.
against Eric Stoltz mask, yeah.
And also Mask, Matt Tracker.
Yeah.
It's Matt Tracker, Eric Stoltz, and Jim Carrey. But this just in. Oh my gosh, there's something that's just coming in
through the wire.
Through the wire here. It looks like there's a new entrant into the helmet hair.
Okay.
Lee Majors.
Lee Majors.
Oh my god.
He's got some major helmet
hair.
I mean, come on, like, we got to get with it a little bit. We're kind of behind the times. Like Farrah Fawcett Majors.
Yes, Farrah Fawcett Majors.
Helmet hair icon.
Helmet hair icon.
She's
wow,
in the category too.
Yes, that's so exciting when like stuff comes in in the middle of it and changes it up.
Yeah, breaking news.
Breaking news. But they're at the Dolby. We're at the
Dolby Theater. Okay, yeah. We're at the Gumby Theater.
That massage chair at the mall theater. Oh, best television series. I think either Mandalorian's up on there.
Yeah,
Going up against WandaVision. And also What a Dummy.
Yeah, What a Dummy.
It's like wow, it's like Mandalorian. WandaVision, What a Dummy.
Out of This World.
Out of This World is in there, and Learning the Ropes.
Yes. Yeah.
with Lyle Alzado.
Now
It's new meets old, right?
right, yeah. I mean, it's kind of almost like a Crisis on Infinite Earths kind of award show. Learning the ropes is so ripe for like a reboot.
It really is.
It's like a timeless concept. You could,
Yeah, your dad is a professional wrestler, the Mass Maniac, who's also the principal at your high school, and you're worried that your friends and family will uncover that secret. And even in the opening, he's like, "My he's an animal," or whatever. He's a maniac.
They got a lot of mileage out of like a limited number of sets on that show because they'd have like the lockers for the high school, and then they'd like just light things a little differently, and it's the lockers for like the wrestling.
And then the Legion of Doom with the Road Warriors would show up, and I think the Nasty Boys probably would show up too.
Get you in a headlock.
Like there's a lot of like huge guys that could like do a gorilla press slam or something. That guy, he's worried about people. He's like, my dad's he's an animal. It's like, why do you have that title belt hanging in your office?
Hamana.
He's like disciplining somebody in the office, but he's still wearing his like mask, like a luchador mask. He's like, it's the classic the Recallies. Hey, who died?
Who died in the
Where's
boss?
Where's Tony?
Where's Tony? Yeah, Tony died.
Tony died. Where was Tony? Is he dead?
Here's another thing to bring up for
Tony?
For the in memoriam. We got Tony Stark, but we also have Walter Mondale, who famously was the first political figure to bring "Where's the Beef" from the TV commercial to the political stage. He said "Where's the beef," and still somehow didn't win the election, even though he said "Where's the beef." I don't know if you saw Yaphet Kotto.
Oh my gosh!
We lost Yaphet Kotto.
We love Yaphet Kotto. Rip.
Yeah, from Alien, and then we lost George Siegel from California Split.
Another great.
Yeah, can you believe it? Kelly Preston.
I can't. Hal Holbrook.
Yeah, Hal Holbrook. Hal Holbrook. I saw him do that Mark Twain thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
In Pittsburgh a couple of years back. Ennio Morricone.
Wow.
He lived just long enough to badmouth Tarantino.
That's what he was hanging on for.
Brian Dennehy. Yeah. FX fame.
In FX2, The Deadly Art of Illusion.
With that little robot.
Bluey.
Yeah. Dame Diana Rigg from the Avengers. Yeah. We'll have to do an Avengers episode. There's like a million episodes of it, but it's so good. Like everyone's a
I
classic.
cannot wait for that one. And we can we do the Avengers. We'll tag like some the Sean Connery, Uma Thurman, Ray Fiennes.
I bought that DVD a long time ago and still haven't watched it. Jerry Stiller of Stiller and Mira. I loved their appearances on the game show Tattletales.
I never saw Tattletales.
Okay, well, it's funny because Tattletales is up for best game show. We got Tattletales up against Match Game. Up against Hollywood Squares. In memoriam, Sean Connery, James Bond. In memoriam, Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Yeah, so lost. We lost a lot. Great people this past year.
Whoa, where'd everybody go?
Oh, they all died.
In memoriam,
everybody.
Audience at
the
20. Well, it's the scene from Tenet where everyone gets knocked unconscious.
Like the real life in memoriam is like a massive bummer, but then the like fictional in memoriam is a lot of fun.
Real down
died in movies.
For the real in memoriam.
Yeah,
very sad.
But there have been some like hilarious deaths in in TV and cinema.
Yeah.
There's a great one, a classic from L.A. Law. L.A. Law is like sweeping all the categories tonight. But Rosalind from L.A. Law, famous like pre-credit sequence. She steps into an elevator shaft with no elevator.
Oh my God!
And dies immediately. Like before the LA Law logo even comes up, she died. And that was one of those ones where it's like, be careful what you wish for, because there's like characters who are incredibly unpopular, like people, but like what people don't understand is that that's like a necessary element. Like some of those are like the best characters, and if you take them out of the equation, the whole thing suffers. Like yeah, you're supposed to not like some characters, and she was hated, so they're like, okay, let's send her down an empty elevator shaft.
Didn't somebody also in the same category die from embarrassment from farting on the show?
Yeah, right. That was one. Yeah, one of the partners at the law firm. Yeah, I forget his name. He was bald. I forget. But yeah, LA Law, man, that's got to be streaming somewhere. I want to watch some of the. You know, like HBO Max has like every season of Sesame Street on it. So like I was like, okay, I remember seeing R2D2 and C3PO on Sesame Street. Let me find that. So I found that one. So watch that. So it's like I would do the same if I could get LA Law streaming. I'd do the same thing. It's like, okay, where's the episode where the guy farts? Okay, there's that one. Where's the episode? Where's the episode where the guy says crap? Okay, there's that. Martin Scorsese is up in multiple categories. He's up for best documentary in the Fran Lebowitz documentary they made, where he basically talks to Fran Lebowitz and just like laughs at all of her jokes. Laughs maniacally.
He's also up for best episode of the Total Recall show about him.
Yeah.
The Scorsese episode.
Yeah, that was a great episode.
Which was Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins. That movie sounds interesting. I'd like to check that out. It's like he the father. He like, again, I haven't seen it. I've just heard. I think I heard like the director being interviewed on Fresh Air or something. But that it's like, or maybe I heard Anthony Hopkins interviewed on Fresh Air. But it's like he's got dementia. But then the movie, it's almost like the movie has dementia, where it's like things are happening that don't quite fit together.
It does sound really interesting. Yeah. I can't wait to see it. And I like how too, we get our info from different on the Total Recall show. We get our info from different
It's basically a giant game of telephone.
It's a game of telephone. See, you got your info. What was the main source of yours? Because what I got it from when I was pumping gas. I was watching gas station TV.
Yeah, gas station TV. I get so much great stuff from gas station TV. They always have those quick little things where they show you how to make a homemade cannoli, or something where it looks like you can do it in 3 seconds with, you just need a lazy Susan, and then you put something, spin it around, and you're cutting stuff and doing, folding and things. It always looks so easy. I'm like, remember this, so that when I get home I can do it, or how to slice a cheesecake perfectly, or
Yeah, and then I'm trying
using a bicycle wheel.
I'm getting trying to hold that info, but gas is pouring onto my pants and shoes.
And Maria Menounos keeps popping up in gas station TV.
Yeah.
She's always whatever is the most direct, most relevant stream of information. She's so when Entertainment Tonight was the hot show, she's on that, and then now it's gas station TV.
Is it weird?
I watch more gas station TV than regular TV.
I do too. Is it weird though that I'm getting I don't know. It prompted me to put when I got to the thing, it prompted me to put my credit card in, and it's now I'm getting billed from gas station TV every month. Is that a thing, or am I?
I think you might be. I think you didn't let somebody use their rewards card to give you their discount when you pump gas, did you?
I think I might have.
Okay, yeah.
That's
a pretty bad scam.
Because I'm getting it says gas monthly, it's a really steep gas station, a monthly streaming service.
Yeah, because the initial sign up cost is pretty low, but then that second month is
a real killer, and it's really weird because I can't watch it unless I'm at the gas station.
I got to see Mortal Kombat.
Oh my
haven't
god,
seen that yet.
too,
We'll have to
yes.
do that and then do an episode on Mortal Kombat.
We'll release our episode on Mortal Monday.
Come here.
Get over here.
Fatality.
Somebody,
You win.
somebody's wearing, like Tony Romo did like a Scorpion reference, like calling like an event or something. He was like, he saw somebody, their like face mask or something, or like their helmet. He was like, "Get over here," and I was like, "All right."
I haven't seen the Street Fighter movie yet with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia.
We will definitely cover that.
My God. We also have our not in memoriam, where it's all the people that like we think are in memoriam but are actually still alive.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
So one of them would be John
Astin.
And I think the reason why like we all think John Astin is dead, he's not, he's still alive, but I think the reason we all think John Astin is dead is because he played Gomez Addams, and then Raul Julia played Gomez Addams in the 90s remake, and then Raul Julia died, so it's like, oh, Gomez Addams died, so it's like one of those Mandela effects kind of things where it's like we think John, because he was Gomez Addams in the 60s, so if the 90s Gomez Addams is dead, then obviously the 60s one, he's got to be long gone.
And then when Sean Connery passed away, Timothy Dalton, we thought he...
Yeah, right, yeah, we thought... Yeah, so we assumed George Lazenby was dead. We thought that he died in that bobsled chase with Telly Savalas.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why he wasn't James Bond in the next movie.
Yeah. It was weird because, like, right before they were finished filming, he suddenly, like, squeezed out a giant beard. He had like a fringed jacket and was like bonds for squares, and he was like he went full hippie.
Yeah, took off on the giant motorcycle from
ape hanger handlebars. He was like, he's like, get you later. It's like,
tell it to the square. It was one of those like James Bond disguise beards. It was like a man of Q gave him that beard.
That was so weird. They filmed his exit from the set. He gave the bird, he flicked the crew off, and he had like the fringe hanging down. He was like, brrr. That was so wild. Yeah, but he's alive. We had him.
Yeah, George Lazenby is. So he's part of the not in memoriam.
Yeah,
George Lazenby.
We thought that Christopher Lambert cut off Sean Connery's It was weird. He made a scene at his funeral when he was like, he got up there and he was supposed to give a speech, but he was like, there can be only one. And he started singing, "Here We Are, Princes of the Universe," and stuff like that.
Highlander and Masters of the Universe never got a crossover.
I know, that's so wild.
And Masters of the Universe is up for best toy themed movie. You got Masters of the Universe up against a G.I. Joe Retaliation.
Yeah.
Up against Mask. Because the Rocky Dennis story is based on the toy Mask.
Yeah, it was weird. Because I have like the small like figure. It was like Matt Tracker and then Rocky Dennis. Mm-hmm. Holes in my shoes, sunshine on my...
Yeah, these things are a drag.
And then the Sam Elliott, Cher and Sam...
I think that poem about like these things are a drag, I think that's like, that was quotes from George Lazenby's exit from the set of
Automatic Drag. Born to be wild. And he just hits the snowbank and have the rap party. Wait, where's George?
Get the motor running.
Hey, where'd that beard come from? It's like,
CC Rider. He's like pulling up ahead of Joe Namath.
Oh my God.
CC and Company up for best sandwich making scene.
Oh yeah.
The opening of CC and Company when he's in the
grocery store.
Opening up the Wonder Bread, taking some bread, opening up the Oscar Mayer.
Oh, great. That was like one of the best product placements from Oscar Mayer I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he also, when he drove away, he had like a bag of Telly Savalas' like lollipops.
Yeah, when I was a kid, like watching Kojak, like it was like talking about like what's the appeal of like certain like Pixar movies to kids, like we can relate to them, but like are kids relating to them? it's like when I was a kid, it's like, oh yeah, Kojak, that's the show about the bald guy who likes lollipops.
Yeah, it's like that.
Of course I love that show.
Like that.
And like, I didn't know about, I didn't understand any of what was going on except when he pulled out the lollipop. It's like, oh, I can relate.
Yeah. Who loves you, baby?
The Players Club. Dude, do you remember the Players with Yourself Club? It was a Saturday Night Live skit where Phil Hartman, has like a bald wig on, and he's as Telly Savalas, and he's like, "It's the Players with Yourself Club."
Oh my god!
And he's like, "Who loves you, baby?" Do you know the Players Club?
I think
because there was the series of commercials with Telly Savalas. It's the Players Club. Who loves you, baby? And he's like, "Yeah, you'll get the. You got to see the Players."
Oh yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Tell them Telly sing.
This is amazing.
He's giving you like the behind the scenes stuff. You get the Players Club card. They roll out the red carpet for you and shit. Now I want to know if like the Players Club was like a pyramid scheme. Like, did anybody do this? And was it like, everything he tells you it's going to be?
Like I took a bath on the Players Club. They drank.
Yeah, is it like a getting like a timeshare or something?
Where
it's like the fees like it just kill you.
Or getting your bank account taken
Right.
by a gas station TV.
The Players Club was up for best celebrity endorsement, so we got Telly Savalas selling you on the Players Club. We got Tom Selleck selling you on the reverse mortgages.
But Tom Selleck's also up for that same commercial for best dramatic performance.
Yes, right, yeah.
Because he talks about it's like isn't his first rodeo.
Right. And when we clearly know it is his first rodeo.
There's Sam Waterston for the Old Glory Insurance with the robot, like
What is he talking to? Paulie's robot from Rocky IV.
Paulie's robot from Rocky IV
up for best
robot. I think he was going up against IG-11. I think.
Yeah, IG-11, and then there was 80s bot from the Muppet movie.
Oh my god!
When I was a kid, we went on a field trip to Colonial Penn Life Insurance headquarters, which was in Philadelphia, and that was like they had pretty cool commercials, and I think they're kind of like Alex Trebek, also part of the in memoriam. Alex Trebek was like he was the Tom Selleck for another great mustache. He was the Tom Selleck for the Colonial Penn life insurance commercials.
The stash versus stash.
Yeah. We'll be back after a break. More Recallies coming up. We have Macaulay at the Recallies. We have Macaulay Culkin is going to be presenting the category, presenting his own category. It's best Macaulay Culkin. Best Macaulay Culkin performance. So we have Richie Rich.
Yeah, Macaulay was presenting the best. He was presenting
for the Macaulays.
The
it's
Macaulays,
sort of like a sub version
award ceremony.
Yeah, sub award within the Recallies.
He was doing that with no audience.
Yeah.
He was the good son.
Yeah, the good son. Right.
Richie
My
Rich,
girl.
My girl. Uncle Buck.
Kindergarten Cop. Was he in Kindergarten Cop? I don't think he was.
I don't think, but I think he. You know what? He might have been like. I think he like. He left the set, but he was on it. Mm-hmm. But he left it sort of like George Lazenby too. He flipped off. Or it was really like a disgrace. He was the $20 million man at that time.
Yeah, he was riding in the back of Michael Jackson's motorcycle.
Yeah, he was also he was on the set when they were doing Captain EO. He was visiting with Michael when they were filming the Disney.
He was the page master, which I feel like is like it's like Harry Potter before Harry Potter.
Yes,
I feel like the page master doesn't
even
get
his look.
Yeah.
Is
like J.K. Rowling's or J.K. Simmons, whoever it was that wrote the Harry Potter books, saw the poster for Macaulay Culkin's The Page Master. I was like,
well, here we go, Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah.
And it is interesting too. The Pizza Hut's new commercials. It feels like they're no one out Pizza Hut. They're clearly doing this like calling back to Spaceballs in their ad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting when like the original starts incorporating the spoof, like stealing ideas from the spoof. It did kind of remind me of like when when the Star Wars prequels started taking things from like the Gil Gerard, Buck Rogers.
His brothers Rory and Kieran.
Yeah,
the Culkin family.
Yeah, Kieran, who was so great in the Father of the Bride series.
Oh yeah, and his dad, who's like a stage dad. I think he was like a.
He's also in the category. There's him and Corey Feldman's dad. There's a lot of.
I think that's why Macaulay started the movie Getting Even with Dad.
Yeah.
With Ted Danson. The Macaulays.
The Macaulays, yeah, the little filmed earlier.
Yeah, but we're gonna do the. I know, like this, we put a lot of work into the Recallies and everything, but we still have to. We got to get our second win because we're gonna do. Remember how like Talking Dead was like after.
Right. Yeah.
We're What's our after show that we're doing?
There's also the E. coli's about like best food
gut bacteria.
Yeah, best food related illness outbreak. Yeah, there was the E. coli's. There was the great like the peanut butter one from 10 years ago, I think.
There was the giant bulging can from the dollar of green beans.
We may or may not be back with more Recallies after this break.